Well, this is the last one of this set.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. The one lady asked me. Can we take a break now?
Oh,
All right.
there you go. Once upon a time. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute, Patty. I'm sorry, honey. Whenever I hear that, once upon a time, it reminds me of a Terry Fail. Doesn't it remind you of a Terry Fail? Yes. He's explaining it to her already. So with your indulgence, I'd like to share a little Terry Fail with you. You see, once upon a time in a Laraway Fand, there lived a beautiful girl. She lived in the Kittle Lodge at the edge of the Kajik Mingdom. And she lived there with her muggly other and her two sad bisters. And a muggly other and two sadder bisters you never did see in your whole life. Well, her name was Rindersella. Now, on the other side of the Kajik Mingdom in the Kigbassel lived the Pransome Hints. And the Pransome Hints, he lived there with his cad the Ding. But one day he decided it was time to bake a tride. So they were going to hold a bouncy fall. And they sent the invitations out for a rouse amount for all the pitch people to come to the bouncy fall. And they liked the pitch people because they had Montsalani and jig bools. So, anyway, the invitation came to the house of Rindersella, and the muggly other said, Rindersella, you cannot go to the Dancy Fall because you don't have a Dancy Fress. Well, the muggly other and the two sad bisters, they put on their Dancy Fresses, and then they went to the Bouncy Fall, and so poor Rindersella, she cracked down inside. And she was putting their sign away when all of a sudden there appeared her Gary Mudfather. Aha, the magic. And the Gary Mudfather says, don't worry, Rindersella, dry your eyes. Of course you can go to the Bouncy Fall. I myself will give you a Dancy Fress. But there's one stipulation. You have to be home by midnight. The old midnight trick, right, ladies? So with one wave of the Wajik Mond, there stood Rindersella and her Dancy Fress to go to the Bouncy Fall. So she got in her Compton poach with her 4 Stite Wellions and her Mutfan, and off she went to the Bouncy Fall. So she arrives at the Kigbassel, and the Pransome Hint saw her arrive through a wooden window. I don't know, I think he was a peeping Tom kind of a Pransome Hint, but anyway, he hooked her by the tan, and she uttered her flies, and then they lell and fub. Yeah, they were dancing and dancing, and then they lell and fub. For all you jaded people, that's the sound of lolling and fub. Well, then, of course, a terrible thing happened. The clock struck midnight. How many of you... Baker's dozen, right? I was going to say, how many of you counted those? Well, of course, the clock struck midnight, and Rindersella had to stand around the stairs, and you know what happened on the way? She slopped her dripper. I know, I didn't know she had one either, but there it was. Well, the Pransome Hints came along, and he picked up the slop dripper, and he put it in his pocket. The next day, he got on his Stite Wellion, went all over the corn country looking for the beautiful burl that the slop dripper would fit. So he tried it on all the lades in the mound, and it fitting did. So he came to the house of Rindersella, he tried it on the muggly other and the two sad bisters, and it fit and did. But then he tried it on Rindersella, and the foosh, no, it fit did. So they mock garried and lived heavily after Howard. And ladies, the story of the more is, if you want a Pransome Hints to loll and fuff with you, don't forget to slop your dripper.